else who wants to ask a question is perfectly fine. My homeschool peeps, you got to speak up now. I don't mean to be ignoring anybody, but I got a lot of work to do. All right, so if you guys don't speak up when you have a question, I'm not a good babysitter. So you guys know that. If you're not sure, speak up. All right. Now, here we go. So I am recording now. So hit the lights for me, Tucker. All right. So Gray, do you want me to explain something real quick? Which one?
Can you explain like the ones where you have to write the equation of the line for the 2 points?
Yes. All right. So this is a good overall review. So let's just start out with number 26 since I'm on that one. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, in order to write the equation of line, you always need a slope. And first and foremost, if you're not given a slope, you can't write the equation. So on number 26, the first thing we have to do is we have to find the slope. So you should be able to tell me slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I don't care if you write that down. I'm just saying we've done it for 2 weeks now. You should know the formula pretty well if you write it down enough. All right, so here we go. -2 minus 5 over 5 plus 2 equals -7 over 7 equals -1. How's that?
That makes sense.
Everybody, looking at your 26, if you did it last night, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Is this what I did?
Yes.
All right, now you're writing the equation. So I want everybody, remember the equation, the new equation, point slope, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So again, this is x1, this is y1. So y minus 5 equals -1 times x plus 2. That is the answer. You good on that? Okay. Now, let's say we didn't use this point, but we decided for some reason to use this point. You have an option. You could have chosen this as an answer, or you can say y plus 2 equals -1 times x minus 5. That would be the other answer. Now, I always try to tell kids here, they don't look like the same. But guess what? They are the same. All right, they are the same. I'm not going to take time to show you today that they're the same, but eventually we'll get to that position where I'll show you that they're the same and you go, okay, I see it now. It's not easy to see. So right now you just have to trust me on that. What?
When you're putting that in the final answer like that, you switch the signs.
Yes, exactly. Because why? Look right here. That's a great question. This right here is minus y1. That means to subtract whatever the answer
So
is.
it's a positive term.
So it's positive, it turns to negatives, negatives turn to what?
Positive.
Now you're good, right? Feeling better? All right, so you should be able to knock that out tonight, okay? See if you can get that done. Okay, now, is anybody, because I'm in a hurry, all right, does anybody else have any other questions with last night's? They want me to double check something. All right, which means you all have a pretty good understanding. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over, and now we're going to talk about parallel. All right, now, remember what I asked you to do is I said just look up information about parallel and perpendicular. So who can tell me what makes a line parallel? Thank you.
It means like the line next to it, they never intersect.
They never intersect, but what else?
They never intersect. And
They're
they're
straight.
both straight and they're horizontal.
They have the
I
same
said-
slope.
Here, there's the answer. Parallel lines have what? Same slope. Everything you guys said is correct. All right? Two lines that don't intersect. All right? They are parallel. All right? But what we're going to do is we're going to say if the lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. They have the same slope. All right? If lines are parallel, they have the same slope. Were you able to tell me about the information about perpendicular? What?
Didn't they have opposite slopes?
Yes, they have what's referred to as negative reciprocals. Thank you very much.
They also are non-vertical.
Which means they intersect and their intersection is 90 degrees. That's what perpendicular means. All right, so it's really simple. If lines are parallel, they have the same slope. If they are perpendicular, they have negative reciprocals. All right, and we'll demonstrate that maybe tomorrow, and I'll show you why they are. But we're going to graph them, so it should be simple for you to understand. All right, now I did a lot of examples because I think you learn better by repetition. All right, that's why you're doing so many problems. All right, if you did yesterday's homework, today's homework is what? Simple, simple, simple. All right, so here we go. It says, graph the line and the line that is parallel to the given line. Then write the equation of the parallel line. So that's a lot of work. All right, so here we go. I'm graphing 3/4 x minus 5. So who remembers how to graph 3/4 x minus 5? That's the slope and y-intercept. So what do? You go,
You go left 5.
no,
Down 5.
down 5. You're right. All right, you're on the right track, but you go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plot a point. Then from there you go what?
Up 3 and to the side.
Up 3, and then to the right 4. And plot that point. And then draw the line. And I'm not going to make you draw all these lines, guys, because I think it's obnoxious. But I do want to show you it's important, all right, for you to see what's going on. Now, I want everybody to now plot the point -2, 5. Everybody plot the point -2, 5. That's right. And then up 5. Perfect. All right. So there is that point. All right. There's the point. Now, someone tell me, this is how you write. What is the slope of the parallel line?
3/4.
3/4. Beautiful. Now, somebody tell me what this symbol is.
Equal.
Nope.
No.
Parallel. That's the symbol for parallel. All right. So the slope of the parallel line is 3/4. So from this point, what am I going to do, guys?
Up 3 to the right 4.
Up 3 to the right 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that point right there. And if you draw a good enough line, you should recognize that those lines are now what? Those lines are parallel. Now here's how you mark the symbol for parallel, guys. This is an arrow this way, arrow this way. That means they're parallel. Why are they parallel?
They never cross.
Because they don't cross, but more importantly, anytime I say, well, why are they parallel, you're just going to say they have the same slope. All right? Anybody have any questions with that? All right, so now what point did it pass through? What point did it pass through? That -2, 5. All right, now someone who was here yesterday can tell me what the equation of the parallel line is. William, you think you got this?
Yes.
Go.
The will be y minus y1.
Well, what's y1?
Y1 is
Shh, let him do.
5
Right? Equals.
3/4
Good.
times x plus 2.
How's it feel? Good. That's what I keep telling you. That's why I'm always yelling at you. Come on. You got this. That is simple. Now, for those of you guys who don't know where that came from, that means you didn't write y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You didn't write that enough yesterday. That's the answer, guys. That's all there is. That's all I want you to do. What?
I'll look up here. Would it be +5?
Why would it be +5?
Those are negative.
You missed all of them yesterday.
Oh, no, I got it.
You missed all of them yesterday.
No, I got the other 5.
You see what I'm saying now, right? You good? You sure?
Yeah.
Right? It's always y minus whatever the y value is. Then write the slope. All right. Everybody happy with that? All right. You're supposed to see that is parallel. All right. So now let's go to number 2. All right. So we're going to graph this real quick. So when I graph, thank you. I'm going to go start at -8. Then from there I go what?
Up 5.
Up 7.
Wait a minute.
Down 5.
Can I go down 5?
You gotta go up 5.
No, I cannot go down 5. So I must go what?
Up 5.
Up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what?
To the right.
Left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I couldn't go down, so I had to go up. You have to go in the opposite direction. All right, you had to go in the opposite direction. Now I'm going to draw that line. Now I'm going to graph 4, 2. So everybody plot 4, 2. Now, what slope am I going to do?
-5, 7.
Negative 5, 7. So from there I go what?
Down 5.
Down 5,
And then to 1, 7.
down 5, and
Right.
right 7.
It doesn't work.
Uh-oh, can't go to the right 7.
So you go up 5 to the left 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it goes right there. Beautiful. Bless you. All right, now what we got is draw that line. And if you draw that line, it should be what?
Parallel.
Should be parallel. And we're going to put the parallel symbol, parallel symbol. What, William?
Is it just so easy for you, but do you have to put the 2 lines different colors?
Yeah, I do that. All right. You don't have to. I don't care what you do. All right. So now I need everybody to write the slope of the parallel line is what?
-5/7.
Negative 5 over 7. So now we're going to write the equation. Go.
Y minus 2 equals -5/7 times x minus 4.
Yep, exactly. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Right, now does everybody understand it's frustrating for me to have to make you draw graphs 30 times? Right, I'm of the opinion right now, I don't really need to do any more graphs. If you can look at number 1 and 2, say, I knew how to graph those, right? The primary reason why I do that is so you could visualize parallel lines and why they have the same slope. All right, that's the primary objective, is for you to see that parallel lines have the same slope. All right, is everybody good? Now, if someone in here is going, man, for some strange reason, graphing's not the easiest thing in the world for me, just show me one more time, I'll be happy to do that. Does anybody need me to show you how to graph? Now, that means that every time I ask you about graphing, you should be able to tell me. Anybody have any questions? Because personally, I don't feel like graphing all those. So I agree.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Right? But if you don't know how to graph, you should take the opportunity and do what? Graph them. Make sure. All right? That's you being in charge of being smart. That's what that's called. All right? You got to want to be smart. If you don't know something, that's your own fault. All right? You're not talking to me. Anybody have any questions? All right, here we go. Number 3, not graphing. Not graphing. You're responsible for writing this. Slope of the parallel line is what? 8. 8. And it passes through what point?
-4.
-4, -2. So now, Angelina, write the equation.
Y plus 2 equals 8 times x plus 4.
Man, I'm good. Thank you. All right. Now, next one, number 4. Emiliana, you ready? What's the slope of the parallel line?
Is it 2?
I'm doing number 4. What's number 4?
And 1 over 9.
Yes, positive or negative?
Negative.
You with me, right? Okay, what point does it pass through?
2.
Yes. So now write the equation.
Y minus,
Say it.
0
Yes.
equals, 1/9 times x plus 2
Not plus 2.
minus 2.
You understand why it's minus, right? Okay, there you go. Do I really need to put y minus 0? No, but I just do that just to show you. All right, on the test, it would not be y minus 0, it would just be y equals -1/9 times x minus 2. Come on, William, what?
Can you go back, can you go up one?
I don't want to go up 1. What?
Alright.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Stay with me. Come on, don't give me an excuse. No more excuses. All right, number 5. Why is this a problem?
The y is not isolated.
Yes, the y is not isolated. So now you have to go back to last week. And you have to solve it for y. So Lily, what do I have to do to solve for y?
Well, you can move the 2.
Move the 2x over. Thank you very much. I'm going to move the 2x. So now when you move it, it becomes what? Negative. So -3y equals -2x plus 9. Now what?
And then you divide by negative.
Divide by -3. Dividing by -3, dividing by -3, dividing by -3. So y equals, tell me,
2/3 x minus 3, or
do I care about the -3 really?
no,
I'm looking for the slope. So what is the slope of the parallel line?
2/3.
2/3. What line does it go through, or what point does it go through?
-2/3.
Yes. Now tell me the equation.
Y minus 5 equals 2/3 x plus 2.
Come on, guys. I'm expecting everybody to be able to do that. What, William?
Wouldn't it be -2/3 or?
That would make me wrong, correct? And you know I'm not wrong. So what's the problem? Why is the slope negative? Negative divided by negative. Come on, William.
Why, but what is the second negative?
I'm looking right here. Do you see it?
Yeah.
When I move the 2x, it becomes -2x. Do you understand that?
Alright.
Come on now. I'm getting ready to do the next one. Be ready. Rivers, you good on that?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Parallel number 6. What do I have to do first?
You have to isolate y,
So what do I have to do?
move 5x.
Move the 5x and it becomes
4y equals -5x plus 9.
now what?
Then you divide everything by 4.
So y equals
Y equals -5/4x plus 13.
plus 9/4. Thank you. You're dividing, not adding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So what's the slope of the parallel line?
-5/4.
What point does it pass through, Connor?
7
So what's the equation?
The equation is y equals
No.
uh,
Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. What's the
Yeah.
equation?
it's y plus 2 equals -5/4. And then x minus 7.
Come on, guys. We should all be able to do that. All right. Gray, you good? All right. Put us highlight 7. Highlight 8. Highlight 9. Uh-oh. No, I want to do 9. I want to do 9. Highlight 7 and 8. That's your homework so far. Basically, it's going to be everything I don't do, you do. All right. So someone tell me if I'm parallel to y equals 9.
Undefined.
over 9.
Yeah, it's, remember, I want everyone to be able to tell me y equals 9 is a horizontal line. So what's parallel to a horizontal line? Another horizontal line. All right, so it has to be y equals. What's the y value? What's the y value of the new line?
5.
5. Thank you, whoever said that. Y equals 5. How did I know it was y equals 5? Because I looked at the point.
Yeah.
Here is the new point that it goes through. Right? So again, y equals 9 would be this line way down here. I want to graph a parallel line through point -2, +5. -2, 5 is right there. Come on now. That's a horizontal line passing through that point. Y equals 5. What?
Where'd you get the bottom line?
'Cause mine-
I looked at the equation. I looked at the problem. It said y equals 9. That's how.
If it's opposite.
All right, now, number 10. X equals -2. What kind of line is x equals -2? A vertical line. So what do you think is parallel to a vertical line? Another vertical line. So this would be,
Positive.
uh-oh,
Undefined.
I didn't make a mistake. Look right here, this little typo. Because these can't be the same, right? So let's just change that -2, pretend like that's not there, let's make it 2. All right. Secretary, she's awful. All right, here we
No, it's
go.
just you being wrong.
So what is it? X equals what?
2.
X equals 2. All right, please change the -2. And if you have no idea what I'm saying, you're not listening. I'm asking for a vertical line that's parallel to the vertical line. So if you're parallel to a vertical line, you must be what? Vertical. What, William?
What is, you get those -2 words to be positive? Because X minus
No, 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 no. Stop. I didn't say that. If I didn't say it, then don't write it. X equals 2. All right, that's a vertical line. It's parallel, right? If I drew x equals -2, this is the graph x equals -2, which some of you don't know. All right, but that's what I'm telling you. That's a vertical line, x equals -2. So the parallel line would have to be x equals 2 because that's the point I want it to go through. All right, I can't draw something parallel to itself. It's not possible.
Like,
What? Come on.
because, so do we just go that 2 is just gonna be,
Right.
So-
If you are understanding that this is a vertical line, this is where I'm having trouble with kids because they won't tell me they don't even know that's vertical. Do you know that's a vertical line?
yes, it is,
So if you draw a vertical line, what's parallel to a vertical line?
it's opposite.
Why are you saying opposite? I don't even know what that means.
Another vertical line. No, he's saying like negative.
Like so if it was -2, it'd be positive.
No, that's what he was trying to say. I never said that. What is parallel to a vertical line? Another what?
Vertical line.
Another vertical line. That's exactly correct. So how do I draw vertical lines? They're x equals. What is the x coordinate of the point that I wanted to go through? That's why. It has nothing to do with opposites. Nothing. Just like there's a special case for what? Horizontal. Right? Anytime you want to draw a horizontal, something parallel to a horizontal, it's going to be another horizontal. All right? Good for you. Good
Wait,
job.
but back on number 9, wouldn't it be positive 9 because it says equals y equals 9? Wouldn't that be a positive 9, not a negative 9?
Okay.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Secretary's doing really bad today, Mr. Show.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Star number 11. Let's try to get that. All right, so that's your job. You got 3 problems so far. Now, perpendicular. All right, now I got to show you something about perpendicular. All right, so again, I have to graph y equals 3/4 x minus 5. Come on now. So if I'm graphing that, everyone knows I'm going to go down what? 5. And then from there, I'm going to go
Up 3.
To the
up
right.
3 and
To the right.
to the right 4. And then we're going to draw that line. All right, come on, guys. All right, here we go. All right. Now, here's what I need. Plot the point -2, 5. All right, so I'm going to -2 and up 5. So there's that point right there. Okay, somebody who was paying attention. The slope of the perpendicular. What does that symbol mean? That's what that means, perpendicular. That's the symbol for perpendicular. What's the slope of the perpendicular?
Like, would it be -4/3?
Yay, -4/3. That is correct. That is the rule for perpendicular. Parallel, what's the rule? Slopes are what?
Reciprocal.
Parallel slopes are equal. Perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocals. Opposite just means opposite sign. If one's positive, the other one's going to be, if one's negative, the other one's going to be, and then you take the reciprocal. That's it. All right? So that's why the slope of the perpendicular is -4/3. So from this point, I'm going to go what? Down 4 and to the right 3. So watch. Down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3. So it's right there. Okay? Now what I'm going to try to do is I want to make this smaller. All right, now from there, if I draw the line, when I draw the line and I go through the other line, it should look like a what type of angle?
X.
90-degree angle. Not yes, it's a cross, but it's exactly a 90-degree angle. That's, believe it or not, super important in the real world. All right, super important. So again, that is perpendicular. All right, this degree measure down here is 90 degrees. If you were to measure that, that would be exactly 90 degrees. Right, I don't think it's that hard. So now we want to write the equation. All right, someone's brave and can tell me what is the equation. Austin, go.
Is it still y?
Yes,
Y
y,
minus y1
which is
is 5.
equals,
3/4 or 4/3. -4/3. And then x minus or plus 2.
come on. That's all it is. You do it enough. It's simple, simple, simple. All right? Everybody trust me on the graphs, right? I made you draw some graphs so you could physically see, right, that the intersection is a right angle. All right, so in the interest of time here, number 13, I want everybody to get used to writing the symbol. Slope of the perpendicular is equal to what? 7 over 5, and it passes through what point? 4, comma 2. All right, here we go. Tell me, Mr. Danzy.
Okay, so y minus 2 equals 7 over 5x plus or minus 4.
Yes, easy, easy, easy. Thank you very much. Yes, so we, hold up, what? Remember, it's opposite. So if this slope is negative, the perpendicular is always positive.
Oh.
That's what they mean by opposite. What?
So we don't need to do the graph.
No, don't do the graph right now. The graph is there for some of you guys who are going, look, man, I just need a little extra practice. I'm just going to make sure I know what I'm doing. You hear me? All right, that cuts the work down to about 25% what it was. But you have to know what I'm talking about. Right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you do a little bit of extra practice. All right, so Sienna, number 14, what would be the slope of the perpendicular? What's the slope of this line right here? Say it. No, I'm asking, what's the slope of that line? Of this line? What is the slope? 8, not an x. We never say x with slope. So it's 8, but specifically I want you to say 8 over 1. So what's the slope of the perpendicular going to be? Good. -1/8. That's the slope of the perpendicular. It passes through what point? Let her answer. All right, write the equation. Go. Keep going. All right, I feel like we're making some progress here. All right, here we go. Tucker, slope of the perpendicular is what?
The slope of the perpendicular is 9/1.
9, good. What's the point?
2, 0.
Write the equation.
Excuse me. I'm still writing this down.
Come on, tell me the equation. You don't need to write it down. Just tell me.
The equation is y minus 0. Y minus 0 is equal to 9, comma x minus 2.
Good.
You just put y equals 2.
Yes, put y equals. I don't care. All right, here we go. Number 16. Lily, why do we have problems here?
Why is it?
Yes, y is not isolated. So isolate for me. What do I do?
We'll go to 2. So
Yes.
-3y equals -2x plus 9.
Now, hold on one second, guys. You see, I'm trying to tell you. Now, look, guys, come on. It's just repetitive. It's boring. It's the same thing over and over. Right? But if you only do it 3 times, it's not going to sink in. I'm telling you, this is critical information. You have to know how to do this. All right? Continue. What do I do now?
Well, divide by 3, so it's y equals 2/3 x minus 3.
So what's the slope of the perpendicular?
-3/2.
What's the, oh, through what point?
-2/5.
Tell me the answer.
Y minus 5 equals -3/2 x plus 2.
Yeah, look, if you know what you're doing, it's less than a minute. Less than a minute if you know what you're doing. All right, I think that's pretty easy. Right, it's the same thing over and over and over. All right. Now again, I cut you a big slack here, guys. All right, you don't have to graph anything. You don't have to graph anything. Now, there's parallels and perpendiculars all the way down the page. So let's start with this. Where did I end up with?
17.
So let's start on 19, right? I want everybody to try to do 19 through 28. That's your job. You don't have to graph them, all right? You just have to answer the questions. Perpendicular, parallel, 19 through 38. Or no, 19 through 28. All right, all problems, no graphing. All right, practice, y equals mx plus b. Pull out the slope, write the equation. All right. All right, honestly, good job. I really feel like you're making some progress. All right, good job. All right, homeschool peeps, hopefully you guys are okay. All right, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Stay safe and healthy.